Inside, the leading priest, the teachers of religious law, and the entire high council were trying to find evidence against Jesus so they could put him to death. But they could find nothing. Several false witnesses came up to testify against him. But they each contradicted themselves. Finally, the leading priest stood up in front of the others and said to him, "Well, aren't you going to answer these charges that they are bringing against you? What do you have to say for yourself?" But Jesus was silent and made no reply. Then the high priest asked him, "Are you the Messiah, the Son of the Blessed One?" And Jesus replied, "If I answer you, you won't believe me. And if I ask you a question, you won't answer me." Then one of the soldiers who was standing nearby slapped him across his face and said, "Is that how you answer the high priest?" And Jesus replied, "If I have spoken a lie, then you must prove it. But if I speak the truth, why are you beating me? From now on, you will see the Son of Man seated in the place of power at God's right hand and coming again with the clouds." At this, the high priest tore his robe to show his disdain, to show his horror, and say, "Why do we need any further witnesses? You have all heard this blasphemy. What is your verdict? What is your verdict?" They all shouted, "Guilty. He deserved to die." Some of them began to spit at him. They blindfolded him and beat him with their fist. They jeered, "Prophesy to us. Who hit you that time?" And the soldiers slapped him as they take him away. Meanwhile, Peter was at the courtyard below, warming himself by the fire. Now, one of the little girl who works for the high priest, in fact, a relative of the man whose right ear, that is Marcos, Peter has cut off, came by and noticed Peter warming himself by the fire. She looked at him closely and said, "Are you not one of those with Jesus of Nazareth?" But Peter denied, saying, "I don't know what you're talking about." Just then, the rooster crowed the first time. Later, some of those by the fireside said to him, "You're not one of that man's disciple, are you?" But Peter denied it again, saying, "Nope, I don't know this man you're talking about." Later, the little girl came by and said to Peter, "Didn't I see you out there in the olive grove with Jesus of Nazareth?" Peter denied it again and called out curses on himself, saying, "A curse be on me if I'm lying. I don't know this man you're talking about." Just then, a rooster crowed the second time. Suddenly, Jesus' words went through the mind of Peter. "Before the rooster crowed twice, you will deny 3 times that you even know me." And he broke down and wept.